Hey friends, welcome back to Don't Burn Dinner. So we've had a very exciting week. I was featured on the news on Fox 2 cooking my world famous, well now world famous meatloaf. So it's a perfect recipe for an exhausted mom who just needs something quick, easy. It has a very minimal cleanup, and I really hope that you enjoy it. My kids love it, so I think that just trust me on this one and make it. All right, let's get started.
So you need to start the recipe with a half a cup of bell peppers. Please ignore the measuring spoon next to me. This is one of the first times I've done this by measurements. I usually just eyeball everything. So anyways, when you are doing your cutting, I cut up the entire bell pepper, and then the excess, I store it in a freezer bag and I put it in the freezer. So next week I can make this recipe that much faster. It cuts out the cutting. So you need a half a cup of onion going in. We're matching it the same amount. And then again, with the excess, I put that in the freezer. Let's make life easy. This is a good tip. 2 pounds of ground beef to start. Add in your half a cup of green pepper, your half a cup of onion. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar are going inside. 1 egg. The egg binds it. 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs. 1 cup of ketchup. A half a tablespoon of mustard. And then oatmeal. Oatmeal's amazing. Yes. 1/3 cup of oatmeal.
Yeah, so now once you have all of your ingredients inside, you just want to make sure that it's very well combined, because the next step is just getting it ready to put in the oven. We're going to put it in the baking pan. So typically these should be ingredients that you have on hand. I freeze the beef. So I just pull it out as I need it from the freezer, make my life easy. That way there's not a lot of grocery runs. And then everything inside here really is in the pantry already. So it's easy. This is a very mom-friendly dinner that doesn't want to go to the grocery store. So, yeah. Okay, so after an extensive amount of mixing, we now have a combined meatloaf. What you're going to do is take your bread pan, and then we're just dumping it in. We're kind of trying to leave this a little bit rounded. So we have that bread meatloaf shape, and didn't really work, but that's okay. It's all part of the experience. All over too. So now what you do is I like to take a cool spoon, and then I kind of shape it to look like a meatloaf. You want it to peek a little here on the top. See all that oatmeal in there? This is good stuff. Your kids are going to love this. All right, now that you have your meatloaf in that rounded dome shape, you can make your glaze for the top. So this is magical glaze. It is a 1/4 cup of ketchup, and then more sugar, but it's brown sugar, so this is good. This is what gets your kids interested, and the sweetness is what draws them in. And then this glaze in the oven caramelizes and turns into a little sugary, almost chewy, gorgeous glaze on the top. So that's it. Pour that on. And this is juicy. We're slow cooking this. It's going in the oven for 1 hour. So you're doing 1 hour in the oven at 350 with the foil on. So get your foil on. And then after your hour is up, you are going to go another 45 minutes without the foil on. So about 1 hour and 45 minutes, you're going to have the most delicious, fabulous meal. You're just going to love it.
Carefully remove your foil from your meatloaf. Okay, and once in a blue moon this happens. There's an excess amount of liquid, so I'm glad it happened today so I can show you what to do with it. Safely take it over to the sink, put a pan inside the sink, and we're dumping that liquid into the pan. don't put it down your drain because it's not good for your piping. You don't want to do that. Return it to the oven for another 45 minutes uncovered, and then it is ready to serve. For an hour and 45 minutes, everyone in the house has been smelling the meatloaf, getting ready to eat. So we are hungry. We are ready to eat this gorgeous meatloaf. I use my favorite tool, my food thermometer, to make sure that it's cooked and that it's perfect before I serve my baby boys. And you know what? I'm going to just drain it one more time. Why not? Get the excess liquid off of it, and then it is ready to serve up. And this is a kid's plate, a perfect example of how I serve it.
That's it, you guys. Mom's meatloaf. We did it, and it's another success. This is the easiest pulled-together meal that you're going to make this week. Cozy, delicious. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our weekly drops that we do every Tuesday. So we will see you guys next week, and we didn't burn dinner.